We don't have the keyboard. Maybe you can use the keyboard.
Keyboard.
Not down arrow.
Because the PDF is not.
Oh, I just use. Oh, how can you do
You
it?
can use this.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Before I start my presentation, I would like to give you guys an introduction of where I come from, which is Taiwan, and it's a very beautiful country, and it also have a very 101 skyscrapers that is our most iconic landmarks. And then I would like to talk about our faculty delegation to this conference. We have total of 6 professors here and 1 chief engineer in Taiwan. We represent Taiwan's academic and industries. So Professor Fan, she is the director of this program and bring us here to get an opportunity to reach out and get well known of all of you. And also we have a conference in Taiwan, which is in November 3rd to 5th. And we very welcome you can come to Taiwan and we can further expand our collaboration. We can discuss our future research plan. So now let's start my today's topic. So today my topic is project controls when utility interconnection and grid upgrades drive the critical path. Okay, let me give you a familiar pictures that sometimes in somehow we complete our project, we complete our construction site, we finish our facility installation. However, the electricity is not connected, so it cannot switch on. So that is the problems that I would like to discuss today. So, as I mentioned earlier, nowadays lots of we keep talking, we keep discussing about generative AI, and it needs lots of electricities, like the hyperscale data centers, and to build a constructions facility build which is fast. Yeah. Nowadays, we only took around 2 years, we can complete it. But the question right now we face is the grid upgrades and the energizations. It takes more than that. You need 5 years, we need 10 years. And then in the recently, in 2023, the recent data reports that the average, the queue, that we need to wait for the interconnection request is nearly 5 years. So probably now lots of you might not familiar with CPM, because I saw a friend from finance and a friend talk about the circular economy. So I would like to give you a short introduction of CPM. CPM is critical path methods, and these methods, it has a shortage. It talk about a single authority can allocate the resource and enforce the corrective action on all critical activities. However, the grid, which is rely on the utilities and the regulators, operators. So what we cannot control them. Okay, we as a project manager, we cannot control the utilities. So that is the gap. Okay, the accelerating the on-site work does not guarantee the early energization when the driver is an external process. So building on this, I have 4 theories. Well, one is inter-organization controls, okay, the formal relational and claim control align objective across boundaries. Second is institution logic, the regulated utilities, market developers, and public agencies operate under the competing logistic. Third is infrastructure interdependency. The energy systems are tightly coupled with water, communication, and transportation. The last one is the transaction cost economics. So all these four theories talk about the same things. The problem we face today is not just a simple scheduling problems. It is a cross-organizational governance problems. So here I come up with a simple formula that can represent these problems. So I propose a ECPEI index, external critical path exposure index, and which is the durations governed by external decision rights over the D sub ext plus D sub int. The D sub int is the duration governed by project decision rights. So if this index, the number of the index is close to 0, so which means it is more controllable. But if it's more close to 1, which is reliance the externals, okay, agencies. So as you can see, I gave you examples. Okay, so if here's the example, the internal duration is 22 months and the external duration is 30 months. So as you calculate it, the number is 0.58. So you still need to negotiate with the regulator, with the so it is outside your project. Okay, you still need to negotiate to talk to others. So, and also I have proposed a weighted ECPEI, which is a further that we need to consider the weight probabilities. Okay, but let's say the critical path, okay, is not all in the same levels. Okay, so I identify them into 3 types. The first one is controllable activity inside the project governance, the boundary. Second is negotiated, the activities owned externally, but insensitive and information can be aligned through agreement. And the third one is dependency, the activities constrained by the regulatory process, system conditions, and competing capital priorities. All the 3 types form a continuum. As information improve and agreement mature, the external segment can shift from dependency to negotiated regimes, reducing the exposure. So in here, I gave you a chart, so you can see that I proposed 3 different regimes: controllable, negotiated, and dependencies. So this index ECPEI, it not only show it is whether controllable or not. It can also show that in which part that we need to further try to mitigate the duration times. Okay, for example, in the last, this one is dependency. You see the utility upgrades, which is the external factors, and it need the total time is 45 months. Okay, it is way longer than the facility finish times. Okay, and in this paper, I also talk about how to control the portfolios. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You can go into your question time.
Okay. Okay, and here is a scenario. This is a hyperscale data centers examples. So in this case, the facility construction is 22 months, and the external studies and the upgrade times is 30 months. So the baseline ECPEI is 0.58. However, under the construction, you still have some risk. Okay, sometimes things happens. So for example, if the external remaining extended from 18 to 24 months, okay, so the ECPEI, the exposure increased to 0.71. Okay, let me give a quick to the theoretical implication. So in this paper, what I want to discuss and what I want to talk about is the CPM critical path method remains the internal, and which is effective for the optimization activity within the project design right. But the ECPEI, it can capture the external exposures. It can measure the duration of the critical path that is controlled by the outside actors. Okay, in the future direction, future research direction, we can discuss the multi-case validations and the dynamic ECPI tracking, the system dynamic modeling, and the cross-national comparisons. So in the end, the practical finding is that the project can be on time internally and late operationally. The response is to baseline utility milestones, track external activity, assign utility interface owner, and preserve the phase energization options. Okay, thank you.
We've got time for questions actually. Questions.
I have one.
Okay, so you have mentioned the interconnected